From anatomy to anesthesiology, from pathology to pharmacology, from microbiology to medicine, a one-man resource to the world of health sciences. Welcome to Dr. Paul's Medical Lectures. A practicing physician, Dr. Paul offers you essential insights on diseases afflicting millions of people around the world. For today's lecture, here is Dr. Paul.
Good evening, folks. This is Dr. Paul. Thank you very much for tuning to our channel today. Today I want to talk a few minutes about Whitney Houston, the tragic story of Whitney Houston and the prescription drug abuse. You see, this prescription drug abuse is a serious problem. I mean, even in cities and in rural places. It has been estimated it is costing like $8.5 billion, almost like every 2 to 3 years. Now, people are abusing the healthcare system. That's a fact. And physicians, they have a great responsibility when they prescribe these medications. And the responsibilities are 4 different responsibilities. A social responsibility, because the physician has to think about the society. Then there is professional responsibility, a personal responsibility. A social responsibility, because you are supposed to protect the society. A professional responsibility, because you are prescribing these controlled drugs and you should do it appropriately. So a social responsibility, a professional responsibility, and a personal responsibility. A personal responsibility to protect your practice from becoming easy target for drug diversion, and it could result in disciplinary action. So if you don't do it well, you could be the next target of the discipline. Then there is legal responsibility, because many times you need to follow the federal and state laws. If you don't, then you will run into problems. So the physicians have a tremendous responsibility in prescribing these drugs. A personal responsibility, social responsibility, professional responsibility, and legal responsibility. These 4 responsibilities, please keep in your mind when you are giving these medications, because there are people, you will come across patients who almost demand these pills from you. And what are you going to do? So you need to remember that. Now let us say, many times people say a lot of nonsense about their problems. They take like 30 pills and the next day they call, oh, I ran out of all my medications. I took so many of them and I lost the prescription. My boyfriend took it away and I washed it and I spilled it in the toilet. It was stolen. My dog ate it. The pharmacist did not give me enough thing. I'm going to my grandma's funeral in New York City. I don't have enough. My boyfriend took some of my pills. And I have patients who tell me that they just vomited all of them, so they don't have any. So they need a new script. I have patients telling me that they are going to a funeral. They won't be back, so they need extra refill right now, within 2 days. I have patients telling me that their boyfriend took them away. I have patients telling me that they parked in front of a shopping mall and when they went out, their car was robbed. I mean, these things could happen, but when people tell you this stuff, you should always think whether anything else is going on, any suspicious activity is going on. So people do multi-shopping, doctor shopping to get these pills. And you need to be careful. You need to explain to the patient that why a medication is necessary, and if it is inappropriate, you should not give that medication to the patient. The idea is to use these pills as short as possible. So it's not like you are going to keep these patients forever on narcotics. And many times you need to confront the patient. There is a lot of doctors have confrontation phobia. They just don't get up themselves to confront the patient about their drug abuse. You see, we are living in a society where you are not supposed to judge anything. You are not supposed to offend anything. You are not supposed to make any judgments. No wonder our society is going down day by day, because Whitney Houston, take her example, for example. For the last few years, everybody knew she was taking those pills. I mean, she was confused, disheveled, her dresses, I mean, she had no clue sometimes what she was doing. I mean, right in front of video cameras, right in front of the stages. But nobody did anything. Nobody judged. Nobody said she needs help. Why? Because everybody was making money out of her. So everybody has some kind of financial incentive not to help Whitney Houston. I mean, that's happening with even regular people, I'm afraid to say. That nobody is saying this is a bad habit, you need to stop it. Everybody wants to make money out of drug addiction. So that is very, very sad, folks. We need to confront, we need to stop abusing these pills, because they ruin the health of the people. They ruin them financially, they ruin them morally, they ruin them physically, they ruin them emotionally, and many times they might even go and become targets of criminal justice systems. So the point, folks, confront it, because you have a responsibility. As I said, personal responsibility, social responsibility, professional responsibility, and social responsibility. So these responsibilities are important, and you need to keep them in your mind when you are dealing with these organizations. And many times it's better to go by the information. Ask patient's consent to get his medical records, or medical records. Talk to the other doctors who are in the system and get the medical records from the previous place by taking patient's consent, and go through the medical records. Is there any red flag showing that the patient is abusing these medications? And even adolescents, like every day 9,000 adolescents become opioid abusers every single day. Many times they take these pills from a family member. And so you see, before they come to your door asking for a prescription drug abuse, they have already been using them from some different source. Either it could be from a family member, or either it could be from a street. So before they come to you, they have been abusing it. So the idea is, why somebody taking it? Look for red flags. As I said, look, I mean, if the patient doesn't need it, I mean, there are so many good medications already, the non-narcotics. Like a lot of people with back pains and neck pains, they get better even with non-narcotic analgesics like Tylenol, high-dose ibuprofen, Toradol, naproxen, Mobic, Flexeril. These medications, they relieve pain in so many cases. So a lot of people get relief from non-narcotics. So you need to find out why the patient is asking for narcotic. I mean, I'm not saying that you should not use narcotics. You should. There are specific medical indications to use narcotics, and you should give them to everybody who needs it. But you should be careful not to give these pills to people who don't need it, people who seek it, and to look for red flags whenever they are asking you for these pills. So hopefully that helps you with prescribing narcotics and protecting the society and protecting the health of the patients.
Thanks for listening. For more medical videos, please visit us at www.drpaul.org and take time to browse through hundreds of health videos we regularly post on our site. If you are preparing for USMLE, PLAB, and other medical exams, make sure you visit our website to browse through our videos explaining the essential points you need to know before taking these examinations. For more information, visit us at www.drpaul.org. Thank you, and may God richly bless you.